Hello guys, Ashley here, also the Italy fan. I know I said I was done making rent for today, but honestly I thought I wanted to review some Lifetime movies that I've been watching. I've always loved Lifetime because I've always watched it with my grandma. I watched a lot of the 90s movie Lifetime films. I haven't watched everything that I have saved. There are some movies I'm just not going to talk about because there was really like a lot of not to say. So some movies that I did watch, I just felt like I just didn't care. Was Lisa was a movie that I thought was just very disappointing. It was about the dangers of being online, but I feel like the movie just didn't give me that. And there's another movie too, Lying Eyes. That movie is about a teenager girl seeing an older man who has a family, but the plot was just really ridiculous. This is not the first time that he's done this. He's done it with a whole bunch of girls. I just didn't understand when I was watching it. But there are other movies I am going to talk about. So today I thought I would review two movies that I did watch. I'm going to do two separate videos because I want to give my own different thoughts. I don't like doing double review rants because it's not fair. I feel like I have to rush through my thoughts. I'm not going to do that. So the first one I'm going to talk about, and I just finished the movie last night, is Stolen Innocence. This is a 1995 movie. It was a TV movie. Stolen Innocence. This is based off a true story. Stolen Innocence. Okay, so the movie is about Stacy. That's her name. She is a rebellious kid. She's trying to live her life. She's 18. Her parents try to keep her from going out and having fun. So she decides to run away. And her and her friend plan on going to Florida to go down there for a couple of weeks, just get away from her parents. Only for her friend to say that she can't do it because she's going to miss her family. So Stacy drives away. She drives, but a truck driver takes her to the next stop, and she meets this guy named Richard. And Richard is charming. He is cute. I will give him that. When I watched him, I thought he was cute. Richard is charming. He is attractive, and he love bombs the fuck out of Stacy. And if you had to ask me what I think the biggest problem with this movie was definitely the pacing and definitely the lack of building the relationship between Richard and Stacy. Everything between them just felt very rushed. It was kind of hard for me to see like where did feelings come in. It was really hard. Like the whole time I just kind of felt like she was just joining them on the ride to go to Las Vegas and everything. It turns out Richard, I'm going to get to my characters more. You know what? I'm going to do I'm going to do that synopsis and then I'm going to give you my thoughts. So that's pretty much the gist of the synopsis. Stacy runs away. She has the worst mom. Her mom is so terrible in this movie. She talks about she's 18 years old. She can do whatever she want to do. Like she just seems like she don't care about her daughter being out there. Okay, yes, she 18. But it's like, anything bad can happen to anybody when they're out there. Anybody. She just seems like she don't really give a fuck. Like, that's what it kind of gave me. Like, she didn't care. She's 18. What do you want us to do? And everything. And like, I agree with her husband. You don't care. This whole time you just seem like you just don't give a fuck. And she said it's not true. Shit. Could have fooled me. Her mom really seemed like she didn't give a fuck. I don't understand why her brother didn't say anything because she told him where she was going. And he said he won't say anything. Shit, I would have told my parents right off the bat. Like, I would have told them she ran away and she said she going with woo. So, she met Richard. Richard is not who he pretends to be. He is a bank robber. He's been in and out of prison. They said that he's been in and out of foster care, which, I heard foster care is not all it tends to be. I have a friend who was in foster care. And we're not talking about what she went through, but just know that it's not all it's up to be. He's been out of foster care. I think they say he's been in and out of asylum. So Richard definitely got some issues, and that's why I hate the ending of this movie. I absolutely hate the ending. The end of the movie pissed me off so bad Y'all don't even know. So Richard is pretty much pretending to be like this all cowboy loving guy. And I'm going to assume this is not the first time he's done this to women. He mentioned that he had a wife before and they had children. I'm pretty sure he did the same things to her, fooled her, and she left him and she got away, which is smart. He accidentally shoots Stacy in the eye, and this movie was just crazy. I definitely think the pacing. Yeah, I like this movie. Yes, it was entertaining. It was entertaining. I think her dad honestly was gonna ride or die for his daughter, but her mom, I didn't feel that way a little bit. It was another guy there who was trying to help. That too, like, where did that come from? In the movie, Stacey talks about we could just go away, just me and you. He seems kind of jealous of their relationship, but it's like, okay, they don't even really interact. And like that, you could tell it was a plan because as soon as they saw her, when him and his son was talking, Richard and his friend, he said, why her? He said, because he said she looked the most innocent. It was definitely a plan. When his friend sat there and he told him to go away, she didn't think it was, listen. Not to blame him, but still, she didn't think it was a little bit weird that the same guy that sat there and was trying, that he was sat there and she said she's not in the mood, and that Richard came up and told him to get out of here. She didn't think it was weird. This is the same guy going with them, driving the truck. She didn't think that was weird. Like, just a little tit for tat. I mean, surroundings are everything. And just because someone gets hurt doesn't mean I'm going to know. But surroundings are everything. Just open to your surroundings. I just thought it was a little bit weird that she didn't notice that the same guy who she said, I'm not in the mood, happened to be the exact same guy who was on the road trip. The whole Vegas thing was a lie. Dave was planning on robbing a bank and she didn't want nothing to do with it. He basically told her, like, and that's what her love story just felt like. I don't even say love story, like their relationship, it just felt like non-existent. Like they randomly just kissed and then he talked about, will you marry me and everything, and like it was just like, yo, what? Like I didn't see any hints of any feelings, and like he basically kidnaps girls and then holds them hostage. You know, he love bombs them, and then as soon as they start to realize who he is, he holds them captive, and then he basically calls their families for ransom. That's basically what he did with Stacey, is that if she wanted to leave, he wanted $30,000 from her family. Covered those bitches. She said she didn't want to be with him and anything like that. You know, he started her life. The other guy left, told him to get out of here, and same thing. He just disappeared. She said she didn't want to be with him. He threatened her life with guns. He threatened to kill her. He threatened to kill her dad. He told her dad on the phone that if he don't bring the money, he's going to kill her first. He told her that repeatedly in the movie, by the way. Repeatedly. Which is why I hate the fucking ending. So the whole movie is basically just like them driving around and then her finding out who he is and like everything with her parents too in between. Her parents calling and trying to figure out where she is. She tells her parents when she calls them that they're going to Las Vegas, and that's when he decided that he's going to use her for ransom if her parents are going to find her down there. So they get down there, her parents come there, they get the police there, and they're coming with this whole plan to get them both out of a cell without anyone getting hurt. She convinces him to let her go, and he does. And the scene when he let her go, they build this whole scene up with him finally having a fucking conscience. They sit on each other's lap, they're kissing and everything like that. Like it was weird. Like this whole time she's like crying about wanting to leave and go home. And then the next scene when he tried to let her go, she acts like she doesn't want to leave. And, you know, he gives her a soft story about being not a foster care and not really having a family. And that type of stuff could mess you up, and he said he's not afraid of dying and everything. And she talked about, why didn't you just tell me? She said, why didn't you just tell me these things? She said, I think she said something like, I think she said something on the guards like, I could fix you, or I wish, no, she said I wish I could take your pain away. I understand people go through shit, and you would do anything to take the pain away, but it seems like her just saying that is just like, I can fix you, and it's just like, no, you can't do that. Oh, sorry, I have to. Not doing that, honey. No. So he lets her go. She kisses his little heart tattoo, and he lets her out. She begs the police not to kill him, and they said why. She said he's been hurt, and she said he's not that bad. She said he's not terrible. She said the one they just had in the motel was the most vulnerable he's ever been. I'm thinking like, he just threatened your life. This whole, towards the end of the movie, he just threatened your life, Stacy, and you're just gonna just flush out all down the toilet because he told you some sob story? No, not happening. So this movie is based off a true story. So she did get away, and he did end up going to prison for 25 years for basically all the other stuff he's done. And my verdict on this movie is a solid C-. It's not the worst Lifetime movie I've seen. It's better than Lion Eyes. It's way better than Lisa. I think what held the movie back was pacing. The movie did feel hella slow. It felt like it took them forever, like, to the point what I mean, like, her finding out who he is, that felt rushed because of the slow pacing. Like, they really didn't do anything to build that up, or anything. Like, I just didn't get it. Like, I feel like, I wish there was more, like, love bombing. Like, he kind of was charming and everything, but I don't feel like he really wanted to be with her until she kissed him first. Like, when she kissed him first, I think that's when he was like, okay, now I gotta make sure she stays with me, and that's why he proposed. And, you know, and everything. She's saying, I think he said something like he'll always love her, what he felt, how he felt about her was real, it wasn't a game. And she said she'll always love him. So they're like, this man just threatened your life. He just threatened your livelihood. That was just insane to me. This movie is okay. It wasn't the worst movie. I extremely hated the ending though. Another thing too that had me dead was that I don't know much about guns, but do shotguns have that much range where they can like shoot? If you shoot out your window, could a shotgun hit another window? I just thought that because that seemed kind of unrealistic. The motel is all the way over here, and the diner was across the street. How far is that for him to make those correct shots? I just thought it was kind of funny because it's like I've never seen anything like that. But these are movies, so they can make it seem like it's real. I just thought the movie was okay. It wasn't the worst, it wasn't the best, but I really, like I said, the ending, the pacing, and the lack of building the relationship correctly is what kind of was dragged down. Other than that, I do like Lifetime. I do like the fact that they would make movies like this. It just makes you feel like you wish there were more movies like this being made, like, you know, showing the inappropriate relationship between men and women, and like showing the love bombing and how people can be just charming and pretend to be charming. Like, looks can be really deceiving. You never know who a person really is. It makes you wish they made more movies like this. Other than that, I give Stolen Innocence a solid C-, and I'll give it a good 6 out of 10. It's not the worst, but like I said, those 3 categories drag down. Other than that, thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.